All right, we are on. Today is May 14th, 2018, and I'm going to kick us off by reading the creed here real quick. This is the Hardy's Tribe Creed, and for those of you that don't know, we always like to read this before our meetings. It's sort of a shortened version of the Wild Tree Creed that we created amongst our leadership team here, and these are the kind of 4 points that we strive to strive to lead by in our group here. So in the tribe, we lead others by building one another up through positivity. We are an honest community that is focused on family, fun, and an opportunity to serve others. We strive to make dreams a reality. Most of all, we empower others to be difference makers and share all the opportunities and gifts Wild Tree can offer others. And I always like to kick off these little calls with good news. So I am going to ask that everybody that's on the call just share even just a small bit of Wild Tree good news that you have with the group. Does Kara, Abby, or Lori want to kick us off? It can be anything. It could be like, oh, my sister-in-law bought the shakes, or I booked a party last night, or I had a party yesterday and it was awesome. It could be anything.
Trying to think.
Okay, this is Kara, and I booked like a dual vendor party for Memorial Day weekend.
Oh,
so it's kind of my first party alone, but I'm doing it with a very close friend of mine, so it should be fun.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. Dual, so you've got you and another girl selling.
Yeah, I've got a girl selling beauty counter, so we're calling it Beauty and Bite.
Oh,
and
that's
doing like
cute.
Yeah, so that's the 26th. So I'm hoping to have a good turnout. We just got it posted just today, so I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. And those kind of events are always all about pulling out your contact list and messaging everybody you know so they know to shop the event and come to the event.
Yes.
Awesome. What about you, Abby or Lori? Any good news? I know Abby's on mute, but she could always unmute herself and just share a little something good.
Trying to think. It's been a crazy week.
I do have a fun event coming up at the end of the month I haven't done one of these since last year, and it was a blast last year. So with my daughter's grade, it's a mom and me on the 30th. So we'll be making 4 meals, and right now I have 16 moms and their girls coming. So that's exciting, and hopefully last year was lots of bookings from that for the rest of the year. So I'm hoping for that again. It's kind of fun. And then this morning when I was at the doctor's office, the girl was asking me questions about what I do, and she's like, I want to do that. So I left my number with my pre-op nurse.
No way! That's so awesome.
I didn't have anything to write anything down. Then they wheeled me back. But when I woke up, I told my mom, and she's like, oh, Mom, do you have any paper? And so my mom found her and gave her my info. So I don't have hers, but I know her name's Kate. And I can hunt her down if she doesn't call me. So.
Yeah, you can easily find her if you know where she works every day.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun and exciting and bold of me. But
no,
everybody.
It's important to, that's very business-minded and very entrepreneurship of you, if that's a word. For you to always be sharing what you do with others, because you never know whose interest might get even your nurse. That's so exciting. And I also love the Mommy and Me idea. I just can't say enough about it. I've done these events as well. It just really pulls in a really nice group of people who strive to do things or want to do things. We all want to spend a little bit more time with our kids, I think, sometimes, and finding a fun activity that's productive for both mommy and kid is super fun. And that can be for anybody, ages, I say, as young as 5 and all the way up to 25. I mean, all of our kids can use these types of skills for life. So that's awesome, Abby.
I am doing a Mommy and Me at the end of May. I hope it goes well.
Good.
But I am doing that. And that I've got a few parties lined up from February, but I thought May was like a really easy month. Apparently it's not. May is like the end of the school year, and every day, like today, 3:45 until 8, I'm going to be sitting in a gymnasium at an awards banquet, and again tomorrow. So it's like that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also trying to do these parties because after summer, everybody's kind of going in a crazy direction. So I'm hoping they just stick with it. So I have to kind of nail them down, I think. Do you know what I mean? Like I have to be like, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Instead of copping out and saying, oh, they're going on vacation or whatever.
Right.
Anyway.
I think that nailing your hostesses down and just saying, okay, you're committed to this. Here, back to me when you've invited people, like we're doing this come hell or high water, is important. No, it's super important. And I think that those events at the schools can also be really good networking opportunities for people who may not have heard about Wild Tree. Make sure you bring business cards. That could have helped Abby out a little bit in her situation. Cards or catalogs with you at all times. If you don't have business cards, don't buy them. Use the catalogs with your info on them instead. Carry a big purse.
Yes, I do carry catalogs with me because they do like those.
Yeah. So I think that can be a really great way to network at those events at the end of the school year. So, hey, Julie, you just popped on. What's your good news? Like any good news?
She's on mute.
I know you're on mute. Unmute yourself. I don't know what she's doing. You're muted, hon.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Caught me off guard, but I'm booking the Appy Hour parties. I'm super excited for that. And I'm looking forward to my team jumping on and trying those because I think everybody's looking for new ways to
Did she cut off for all of you, or is it just me?
Yeah, she's just stuck.
Team member. I think this is going to be an awesome, easy booking.
Okay. Yes, the Appy Hours. That's going to be the topic of our call today. So I'm glad you brought that up. Those are awesome, and I'm so glad you're excited for those, Julie. So I'm going to talk real quick before we get started into that topic. I just want to do some quick celebrations and welcome a couple of people to the team and share who's hit 350 Club so far this month. We've got Lori Troxel. She is a new team member. Kelly Wildfear. She is a new team member. And I've got in the 350 Club so far, Lori Troxel has already hit 350 Club, and she just joined. Jen Dole, Annette Molina, and Jody Gallagher. So yay for them. What about Abby or Julie? You guys have anyone to celebrate today? If not, if you're not ready for that, then that's okay too.
Are we this month already or last month?
This month's already. Since it's mid-month.
I don't know 350 yet.
Okay. What about you, Abby? Or do you want to pass for now? I don't know if we lost Abby. Kara, are you still here?
Yep,
Okay, that's you.
I'm here.
Okay. I think we lost Abby for a second. That's okay. She's
Abby fell asleep because after she had her procedure. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. We woke her up from her nap.
Yes.
But I wanted to make sure they got an opportunity to share, but we can always come back to that. Okay, our hot topic for today that we wanted to share with all of you were summer bookings. Dun, dun, dun. Summer is an awesome time to have Wild Tree parties. It's awesome because school's out, People are looking for things to do. It stays lighter later. People just have a little sense of sort of more of a carefree feeling. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my computer. Have a more carefree feeling. They just are up for doing more, I think, when the weather turns nicer. And like I said, a 7 o'clock party doesn't feel so late when it stays light until 9 o'clock at night. So that is something that you can really, really take advantage of. But we've got some leaders on here. I'll let them share a little bit, maybe Maria and Julie, how you, nail people down in the summer, because I know you've all had successful summers here at Wild Tree. So what are some tips that you can share with representatives here? Julie's phone keeps stopping. Abby, do you have any tips for anyone?
No, my phone it's acting weird. Just reach out right.
Oh shoot, your connection's pretty bad.
Looking at. Sorry.
That's okay. Maria, Hayden, do you have any tips for summer?
For summer, sorry, just let me think for a second.
Okay, that's fine. My biggest tip for summer is consistently reaching out. I think that a lot of representatives get caught up in the pool and the fun activities that summer brings, baseball, sports seasons, vacations, and all of those things are amazing. That's what's so fun about summer. But it's remembering to work consistently and realize that there are those people out there that think that having a summer cocktail party or having friends over on their deck in the summer is really fun, and do have a little bit more laid back schedule. Yes, everybody might have a summer vacation, but I don't know very many people that go on vacation for 3 months out of the entire summer. And if any of you know those people, you let me know who they are. We can go ahead and start a list, and if that list gets to like 1 million people, then we have a good argument for summer being a bad time to have a party. But I have a feeling that no one can even give me one name of anybody who goes on vacation for the entire 3 months of the entire summer. So people are around, friends are around, and people love to party in the summer. I think women especially love to have cocktails in the summer. So what we do here is right up their alley. And how many of you are familiar with the Appy Hours? Have heard me talk about the Appy Hours? No? Okay. So Appy Hour is really just a fancy name for a tasting party.
Oh.
Nothing different. Dun, dun, dun. It is just a fun name. We all know that the app is so incredible by now. I think, it's been almost a year. It was last July when it was released, or maybe early August when it was released. And like all new things, they take time to catch on and catch traction. And now that it's been about 9-10 months, it's really, really catching on, and people are so geeked out about it. Every single one of my customers that's on the app loves the app. I've gotten nothing but great feedback from the app, and I'm sure all of you have gotten great feedback. And I'm sure all of you, I can speak for all of you when you say how much you love the app and how easy it is to meal plan and find recipes and order. It's just awesome. And those rewards, you really just can't beat those rewards. As representatives here, that's where you should be putting all of your orders in yourself, because that's where you're going to get the biggest discount. You're going to get your 25% back in commission and the 10% back app rewards. And you're going to be able to use those shopping dollars when you go to make your purchases. So that's where all of you should be doing your ordering from here on out anyways. And that's where we're going to teach all of our customers to do our ordering. So at the Appy Hour, they're simply, your hostesses are simply sending out text messages right from their phones to their friends' phones, inviting them over for some cocktails on any given night. So the invite might sound like, hey, Carol, you free next Thursday at 6:30? I'm helping friends take care of Mealtime Crazy. Let me know if you're in so I can hold a spot for you. Boom. She would copy and paste that same message to 40 of her friends. It won't take but 15 minutes. And she doesn't have to tweak anything because that message sounds generic enough to any single friend that you would have on a contact list. And then when people respond like, hey, yeah, that sounds fun, I can come, then she responds with, that's awesome, I'm so excited you can come. I can realistically only have 10 people over, so I'm going to go ahead and hold your spot for you. So that you get that commitment. I think, Lori, that's where that would be helpful for you. Like, you get that commitment that this person only has 10 spots. So now that you told me you're coming, you're coming.
Yes.
No out. So that's been working really, really well. And the cool thing about this is everybody has a phone. Everybody knows how to copy and paste. Everybody can text. So you don't need to know how to create a Mad Mimi. You don't need to know how to create a fancy Facebook invite. You don't need to create an Evite. You don't have to create anything. You just copy paste, and everybody can do that. So that's really cool. The way it benefits our customers is they don't have to lug any cooler. They don't have to lug any supplies. They don't have to do anything except for show up on their phone. And that is really, really, really cool because that just makes it easy and all-inclusive for anyone who would want to come and hear more about how to take care of meals and make mealtime simpler and easier and healthier. So when you get to the party, you're simply going to explain the 4 options that Wild Tree has for making mealtime more simple and the 3 ways that they can Wild Tree by being a great customer, by being a hostess and having their own Appy Hour, which, by the way, they could have next week. They don't have to wait a month for their meals to be done, which is amazing. And they don't have to wait another month to book the workshop out because of shipping time and wrangling everybody in for RSVP. So the cool thing is these parties can really be booked back to back because your friend Becky, who came to Carol's party, is going to have a whole other set of friends that she can have over to an Appy Hour, and she doesn't have to worry about running out of anything before she gets her free product. So it makes it really, really simple and simplifies the whole process. So I'm sorry I got caught up in that second way was hosting. So the people can be a great customer, they can host, or they can become a Wild Tree representative themselves. And the 4 ways to Wild Tree, I'm saying this as a reminder: make fast, make fresh, make ahead, or make anytime. So you just explain those options. You might have some of those things on display, like a canister of shakes, maybe a workshop kit, maybe some fast and fresh options, maybe a little flyer that explains the dinners in a dash, which are selling like hotcakes because they're so easy. So that allows every customer at the party to very much feel like they're in control of what they're bringing into the kitchen and how they need help in the kitchen. Because not everybody needs a freezer workshop, and not everybody wants mac and cheese or skillet meals either. So it does hone into what's important to that person. Somebody that's a really, really big health nut might really be into the shakes, and somebody that just like eats their food at their desk every day might be into the shakes because that would be a really great desk lunch. So there's just so many things that people are looking for when they come to a Wild Tree party that this allows them to be in control of what they get. And you're just there to steer them in the right direction based on their needs. So you're really going to want to listen to everybody and have that one-on-one time at the party to check out with them and make sure they get what they want. The other cool thing is you can walk them through the app. Because the party's so quick, there's no meal making. There's just eating and drinking, and then you're going to do your demo. And in your demo, you're just going to have everybody pull out their phones, You'll have everybody download the app before they get to the party. You'll just simply have the hostess text her code to everybody coming. They're going to download the app, and you're just going to simply open the menu bar and walk them through the steps of the app. You're going to tell them about the dashboard, how to get their products into the pantry. You're going to have everybody make a pretend collection at the party so that they can see how to make a collection. You're going to show them how to do the one-click menu planner, and then you're going to have them see how easy it is to shop products right from the app. And then you'll take their order, and as you take their order, they can load the products they're getting right into the pantry section of the app at checkout so that they can have a menu built before they even leave the party. It makes it really, really easy and fun, and then you get out the door. These parties last a lot less time. You'll probably be there an hour and a half versus 3 hours, which is amazing for you and really great for them too. And they can stay and hang out as long as they want. As soon as everybody's checked out, you can leave. You don't have to hang out for that last person to finish their final meal, which is really, really nice. Who has questions about that?
So, Maria, I have a quick question.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
I just want to clarify because it's cutting in and out. I'm trying to get it straight. So do they order that night on the app, or do we do a regular checkout with order forms so that the host gets host credit, or are we just giving her those rewards dollars? Which way?
You get to choose. Since you're the entrepreneur here and it's your business, you get to choose that. And that's something that you can work out with your hostess before the party. I personally would probably still use the order forms and give my hostess her full 15 to 20% hostess credit. But then again, pretty soon we will be able to do order in the app, end of July, August. But for now, they're used to ordering on the paper order forms. It's pretty easy to just pop what they're ordering right into the app so that my hostess feels very rewarded for, cooking up that Mexican meal, wiping down her kitchen counters, and that kind of thing. However, if you have a hostess who is like, no, I want this to be super easy for my friends and I want them all to get the discount right off the bat, and I'm happy to collect $5 from everybody and still get like $50 in free wild trees, then she can choose that too, and that's just something you can discuss with your hostess. Does that help? That's a great question.
I have a question.
Yeah, it does help.
Oh, sorry.
I have some hostesses that. Oh, you're fine. I just had. Well, I was trying to double book with hosts. So if they put an Appy Hour, then I'm trying to entice that second party that I can link, because I still put in that hour as a workshop, and then say, well, next month if you want to gather some friends, it's kind of the same as double sort of. You know what I'm saying? So if I party.
We kind of lost you there, but I think what I heard you say is you are hoping that your hostess has 2 Appy Hours, maybe one in May and maybe one in early July. And then you could link those 2 together. Yes, you could certainly do that too. Again, you get to have those conversations with your hostesses and do what's best for them. And if they're up for 2 parties, then you would definitely use the paper order forms and link the 2 parties together. That would be fantastic. If they're up for 2 parties, they should join your team.
I have a question.
Sure.
I don't know how to explain it. I guess I'm still in the beginning part where I have that sort of fear of rejection, or somebody reading my post and being like, oh gosh, another multi-level marketing thing, because I know that these are really hot, especially for stay-at-home moms, and there's tons of different vendors out there, and a lot of times I get a little bit sort of perturbed by the constant invites to stuff, because really I'm only interested in food. I could care less about the facial products. But and no offense to anybody that sells the face stuff, I do love it. I buy it. I just I don't get annoyed by the wild tree stuff, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to do it. But how do you, I don't know, how, like, did anybody else experience that in the beginning, like feeling like they were being sort of a pest or, you know, not really wanting to, or being bothersome, I guess? And how did you get past that?
I'm still in that boat.
Okay.
Anyone else want to answer? Julie, Abby, Maria?
Okay, I can talk to this one.
Sure.
I feel like, because I feel like sometimes it's an ebb and flow too, and I sometimes still feel that way, and I think it's okay. But it's, I feel like really, I think Rory Vaden said it the best. It's hard to be nervous when you come from a place of service. And I've written that down and I keep reading it, and I really truly believe that what I do, I'm coming from a place of service, and it comes by listening to people, determining what they need, and meeting them where they are. And so that kind of has helped me get beyond that kind of nervousness and feeling like I'm annoying people. And it's when I reach out to them, it's not always like, hey, did you make a decision yet? Hey, which watch retreat you want to try? Maybe it's a reach out like, hey, I remember you mentioned this to me. How's that going? Or like something like, I can't think of anything straight off the bat, but like just reach out, maybe not necessarily about Wild Tree. And it's not deceptive. It's really truly caring about the person, really being able to meet them where they are. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
That's awesome, Maria. No, I love that
Thank
quote.
you.
When your heart is on service, you'll never be nervous.
Mm-hmm.
What we do here at Wild Tree is a service. It's not just a sales pitch. We truly are helping people. And Kara, I think you nailed it on the head. You said, I may not be interested in some of the other offerings that are out there, but if it's about food, I'm all about it. You don't know, of the 1,000 Facebook friends you probably have, I'm guessing you're pretty social. You don't know who out there is also all about food or may need this as a lifeline and may need this really truly to survive the day of motherhood or to survive just getting healthy or to survive meeting their goals food-wise. And because you don't know what everyone in the world is thinking, you can't be prejudgmental and prejudge everyone before you reach out and go, I always like to use the server idea. When you go to a restaurant and the server comes up to the table and she says, would anybody like dessert? Does she come up to only one person at the table and only ask one person if they want dessert? Or does she ask everyone if they want dessert? And does she walk around and ask only your table if they want dessert? And does she just skip all the other tables and go, they ordered a lot. I don't think they want dessert. Or that person's getting a little big. I'm not offering her any dessert.
Right.
No, they would get fired. They would literally get fired if they did that. So
right.
You have to remind yourself, I will get fired if I don't ask this person if they'd like to hear more about Wild Tree. Because you don't know what they're thinking or what they need. As much as you might know them or think you know them, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And you could end up changing somebody's life. And if somebody isn't interested in what you do, I have yet to hear of anybody like coming to any Wild Tree representative's house with a machete and killing their family.
I know you're
that
right.
escalated quickly.
Yeah. No, nothing bad is going, what I'm trying to say is nothing bad's going to happen.
Right.
Maria bringing the shock factor today.
Yeah. I'm a little feisty. If you reach out to somebody, no one's going to kill you for reaching out to them about Wild Tree.
That's true.
Say, no, thank you. And you just say, okay, great. And you have no idea when that person is going to come back to you in a year from now and go, oh my gosh, Kara, I need help. I need to know about this now. What was I doing?
I know.
So
you're right.
That is something you just have to remind yourself. And I'm completely with you all on this because I have the same exact feelings. I just have to remind myself of this every single day, and then I can move on.
Yes. I mean, right. And what's the worst thing somebody's going to tell you? No. And we get no's all the time. I mean, you ask somebody out to dinner, they say, no, I can't. Got other commitments. So it's just,
Yep.
I think we just have to know to not take it personally and go to the next person.
Yep.
I think can I just add one more thing to that?
Yeah.
I think it's important to remember that when people don't get back to you, it's not necessarily because they're ignoring you. It's because Wild Tree seriously is not at the top of everybody's priority list. And I think the quicker you realize that and the quicker your reach outs can reflect that as well. I've sent that a lot of times. Hey, listen, I get it. This is not the top priority. I remember we talked about this. I just wanted to see where you were with it, and just don't take it personally, because it's probably they probably got caught up. Yourself.
Right.
No.
Right.
So.
I love that, Maria. That's such a good point. The inevitable no answer. Like, I would rather get a no thank you than a nothing, right? Because at least a thank you, you know where they stand. And a nothing is like, come on, just tell me one way or the other. Are you in or are you out? And that's where you have to always remember. I love that you brought this up, Maria, that they're just busy and probably missed your message. That's the number one reason why people don't respond. It's not because they aren't interested.
I just had a woman who asked to do a workshop back in January who wasn't ready to schedule yet. I followed up with her via email, never heard back from her, and she was like excited to do it. Never heard back. I messaged her last week. Hey, I sent you this email. I'm not sure if you got. And she goes, oh my gosh. She said, no, I never got it. And then she checked and it was in her junk mail. And she booked in July.
Wow.
So it's, you don't know.
So true. Great question, Kara. I'm glad you brought that up.
Let me ask then for some advice for this upcoming event that I have on the 26th. Mm-hmm. So, because this is my first time hosting alone, Abby was at my first party, and I think it went great. Although I think everybody had so much wine they forgot the food. I'm just kidding. But so what I know, Abby is a huge advocate of the make ahead freezer meals. Have you all found that your customers like having those kinds of like that event the most, or what do you think is the most beneficial for people? Not just from a sales, perspective of how you're going to make the most money, but more so just like what do people I can't think of the right word. I'm having a brain fart. What are your customers? What are they most interested in with Wild Tree?
Maria, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I can hear you.
She said all of it, all the things. You're going to find people that swear by the freezer meal, and they will seek you out and hunt you down to have a party because they went to one and they just loved them. And then there's people that have no interest in that. And then there's the middle people that I think love the idea of it. And the Instant Pot has helped because maybe their issue with it was they would forget to defrost it, or they would forget this or that. And then there's some people that don't want to do them at all, but they love the products. I think it's all over the board. And that's why I like having this new Appy Hour, because it's a quick kind of pop-up tasting. And then you can have, if your host is interested or if she has interest at her party, you can go on and set that second date and get people registered to make meals if they want to make meals. And then she can reach out to a few more friends that maybe didn't come, or friends that she might feel are interested in that. I think that there's not one certain one. What do you think, Maria?
Okay. All right.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah, you just don't know where everybody sits, and that's why it's so important to talk to our customers and get to know what their needs are and offer the solution that's best fit for them. And I do agree that these happy hours can be super awesome pop-up parties, and they may end up leading to future parties like a workshop, but they also might lead to more happy hours. And that's awesome that we get to have that choice.
Okay.
What other great questions you guys all have? We have about 1 minute left. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and, go ahead.
I was going to say, mine's not really a question, but I'm a huge advocate for hosting in your own home. So let's say you haven't found anybody that will host the Appy Hour. Have your own Appy Hour, and then your friends will book those off of yours.
Absolutely.
So I think in the summer, you've got to fill your calendar with your own party. Have an Appy Hour 1 month, the next month have a workshop with the new one. That's going to drag new people in. So just keep hosting your own different parties, especially when your calendar is bleak in the summer. That's my suggestion.
I love that suggestion. Yes, you could book an Appy Hour this month. All you have to do is find one evening this month that you have a couple of hours to have friends over, and boom. And then next month, we do have the new workshop kit that comes out. Kids are home from school, so the Mommy and Me idea is genius in the summertime. I know I plan to have another one of those. I've got such great fans of those. And with the new workshop kit, I can definitely appeal to some customers that are looking for something new, that are tired of our regular options. But for sure, I'm having an Appy Hour at my house. I've been able to book about 4